This is the Law Abiding Biker Podcast. You'll listen to it and you'll like it. Oh, yeah. Yep. Lurch in the house. Here we go. You ready for this?
Oh, I'm feeling it, bro.
Feel it. Oh. That's what I'm talking about.
Right into this world
all alone.
Oh. Spit it, Lurch.
You're on your own. The crow flies straight, a perfect line.
Yep, here we are back in the Law Abiding Biker Studio. Welcome, all our bikeaholics. Thanks for checking back in. This is a special episode. Special Sons of Anarchy episode covering Season 6, Episodes 11 and 12. We had to take a week break in between because FX did not pump out an episode. Ain't that right, Lurch?
Yep. So,
anyways, we have got a ton of content, and we're going to get right into this thing. Yep, this is Ryan Erlacher, your host of the Law Abiding Biker Podcast, and your
high-tech redneck.
Thank you. And that is Lurch in the house. Like I say, we have a full episode going on here and a lot of content to pack in. So we're just going to get going with it. But again, this is a special episode, Sons of Anarchy, Season 6, covering episodes 11 and 12. And thank you. We have been getting a ton of downloads, and we didn't know it was going to be that popular. Our regular podcast, we encourage you to listen to that. That is our regular deal, our regular dealio that we do, and that's the Law Abiding Biker Podcast. And then we just thought we would throw, because we couldn't find any other good Sons of Anarchy podcasts out there, so we thought we would throw these in between. And I will say I'm very amazed at how many downloads we've had. So we'll keep doing them. And actually, after this, we only have one more episode, the season finale. What are we going to do for that, bro?
Might as well quit watching because everybody's dead.
No doubt, dude. We got to do something special for the season finale there. We're going to do just one podcast on that.
Okay. We might all have to get together and watch it and have some good dinner and some nice cold libations.
I agree, and have at least 3 of us in the studio to talk about it. But, so we've got a couple deals. Some people have been getting involved, and just so you guys know.
Hey.
Yep, go ahead.
It's O'Keefe, by the way, not O'Keefe.
Is it O'Keefe? Okay.
It's O'Keefe.
All right.
Not only did you slaughter his language with your horrible accents, you killed his name.
He told me about it too, dude.
O'Keefe.
I've been in touch with him. He's awesome. And in another podcast, but he sent another donation, bro.
Oh, great dude.
Yeah, he's awesome. And I have that for a regular episode. But yeah, thank you, John O'Keefe.
O'Keefe.
Okay. How do you know that?
I just know.
You just know. Okay. All right. Well,
I'm Irish when I drink.
You think you are anyways. We got, dude, let's roll right into some emails. And we have been getting the emails on the regular lab podcast, but we've also been getting now emails reference just the Sons of Anarchy. So
I got mail! Yay! I got mail! Yay!
That's just for you, brother.
That's an oldie.
That is an oldie, but a goodie, dude. This is via Facebook. You want to read this one or you want me to? You can get the next one. This is via Facebook, reference episode 5. Sons of Anarchy, episode 5. Oh, real quick, not to jump topics, but
you're gonna.
I'm gonna, because that's how I roll.
I was just trying to keep up with the show notes, and all of a sudden things are changing on here. You clicked a button, something changed.
Dude, that's how I roll. Oh, it's changing on there?
Oh, yeah.
When I change it?
You clicked something in it did.
Oh, that's sweet. So you know exactly what I'm looking at.
Oh, I do, unfortunately.
Dude, that's awesome. I did not know it did that.
Well, something changed. I don't know if I'm looking at what you're looking at.
Are you an email?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's changing with what I'm changing it to.
Awesome.
That is sweet, because you're on my same account.
Right.
Okay, sorry, folks. We did not know that.
He just settled down. He just geeked out.
That's totally geeking out, dude. High tech redneck.
You nerd.
I am a nerd, dude, but that's sweet because he's got my iPad, and whatever I change on my screen is changing on his with the show note platform that we use. Anyways, so the first one I'm going to read there is via Facebook, and you can get all the show notes, lawabidingbiker.com/SOA06, because this is episode 6. We cover 2 episodes at a time, and last one was SOA 05. This one will be /SOA06, because we're going to have some cool notes and videos and all kinds of goodies for you in the show notes. Via Facebook, reference episode 5, the homeless lady by the dumpster. You remember me talking about her? Were you in the studio last time?
I was not.
Okay. Well, I talked about her, and I thought she was the mother, the dead mother of that one gal that broke out the windows at the clubhouse. And I mentioned that. But this TJ Wilson says, the homeless lady has been in every season. Gemma have her, I'm just reading it how it is. Gemma have her money once, and Jack have his blanket to her in the cemetery. I think he handed his blanket to her.
Damn autocorrect.
Yeah, damn autocorrect. In the cemetery when he slept there one night, and she told him where to find water, and she was in Belfast when Jack sees Abel with a couple that had adopted him, and she was in the park when Tara gets her hand smashed in the van door, and now this season. I think she is an angel, maybe. That's TJ Wilson.
Dude, I haven't even picked up on this.
That's what I'm saying, dude. This is awesome feedback from our listeners.
Yeah.
And that's why I have to read this stuff, because I'm like, dude, he's right.
What's this broad look like? I got to pay a little more attention.
Well, remember when they went to, we covered in our last SOA 05 /SOA 05, which was,
I think it was
9 and 10. And we covered, she was the girl. Okay. The girl smashed out the windows. Remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They went to the house, right? The father, her mother died when Jax's father caused the wreck.
Right.
Okay. All that.
Yeah.
That's the mother in the picture.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's what I believe.
Okay. And
But
TJ Wilson thinks it's an angel.
Right. Because she is at the dumpster. She's just at odd places. And
when people tend to be dead.
Well, yeah, and he might be right. But here, my deal is I think it's the mother. I think it's going to come
if it's
back.
An angel, she's busy and charming.
She is.
Dude, I don't even know where hiding all the dead bodies at.
Dude, straight up, no doubt.
Not so charming.
Not so charming. So very interesting theory. I think
I'm going to pay more attention.
I agree, I like his thought, and I'm just going to say I believe that she's the mother, and somehow Kurt Sutter's written her in. She and I think it was LD in here last time with me, and I don't remember. Oscar was in here, but he didn't have much to say. But LD, because he had lots to say on our other episode. But,
right.
That's my belief, is she's the mother. I just don't think that Kurt Sutter, he's very smart when he writes his stuff. I don't think she's just going to throw in some bum that you get to see at the park as an extra all the time. I mean,
he might just for giggles. Who knows?
I don't know. She has very specific roles, though, because it's not like she's in the background. It's like that girl walked by her at the end of the episode, the girl, and they make eye contact. I mean, it's a scene. It's not just, like they have a scene in a restaurant and there's just extras eating and stuff. It's not like an extra like that, bro. Huh. So what do you think?
I don't at this point.
Okay.
I wasn't even paying attention to this homeless lady by the dumpster.
Well, she was in that last episode, and I think it was 9 or 10. But anyways,
I don't even know if I'm qualified to be on this podcast anymore. Apparently I'm missing all the good stuff. I know everybody's dead.
We're getting deep here. So why don't you roll to the next one this is a website comment. And like I say, guys, if you go to lawabidingbiker.com /SOA06 on this one, you can go all the way back to SOA01. We really like the comments right on the website. That keeps the Law Abiding Biker community, basically a chat forum for us, and everybody can put their thoughts and stuff. So do it on SOA06. Let us know what you think. And this is via the website comment.
This one's from Donna Beck.
And it's reference episode 9 and 10. Just
right.
the Sons of Anarchy episodes 9 and 10.
Which was our episode 5, I assume?
Correct.
Okay. So Donna Beck, a.k.a. Harley Mom, says...
Oh, dude, seriously.
You got some music?
No, I don't. With a handle like that, Harley Mom. I'm just saying, dude, I don't have a picture of her. But if you're out there, Harley Mom, Donna Beck, we say hi and salute you.
And you can send a picture if you want.
You can send a picture if you like.
So Donna
up to you.
Beck, a.k.a. Harley Mom, says, "Hey, guys, I just listened to your SOA podcast for the first time." Virgin, all right. "And I thought it was good. I have to say that I didn't care a lot for the music at the beginning. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of that kind of music from the second song on."
I think she's talking about our intro music.
Yeah.
I think she likes the
Sons of Anarchy music, but not your intro music.
She likes that, I think.
Sure.
Okay.
But not the
Yeah, 'cause
whatever that is.
I know I have to use that because it's royalty free.
Yeah.
I won't get into that.
Yeah, you don't have to pay to use it every time.
Yeah.
Continuing on with her message, says, "Hey, just my opinion, guys. But after that, the show is pretty cool. You actually talked about Sons of Anarchy. You were informative." I almost didn't get that out. "You were informative and entertaining. Just a bit of advice, though. Don't quit your day jobs." Laugh out loud. "No, you got a pretty good thing going on, dudes, but we need to see you on the show, too."
They want us to cameo on the show. I agree, bro.
Ride hard, love deep.
Oh, sorry.
I like this.
I meant that to Donna Beck. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I like what she says here at the end. Ride hard and love deep.
Definitely.
Stay cool.
So, to Miss Donna Beck, we appreciate your feedback, and she commented directly on the lawabidingbiker.com website. Thank you so much. Here is to Harley Mom. I have a little song for her, bro.
Love deep.
I do. She loves deep, and I think I'm in love just because of her Harley Mom name.
I was wondering where this is going.
Donna Beck, Harley Mom.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. Every now and then I get a little bit nervous that the best of all my years have gone by. Every now and then I get a little bit terrified. I see the f***ing look in your eye. Every now and then I fall apart. You're f***ing now and then I fall apart. And I need you now tonight. I f***ing need you more than ever.
Straight up,
And if you're lonely,
Donna Beck, dude. Straight from the Dan Band.
Was that from Wedding?
Yeah.
The Wedding Singer?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
not from the Wedding
No,
Singer.
it was a wedding,
It was
though.
from Old School.
Yes.
Yeah,
Same
but
band, though. They were in, I think, the Wedding Singer, too.
They're called the Dan Band, and I'll
Oh,
put them
the
in the
Dan
show
Band.
notes. They're freaking hilarious, dude.
Man, I didn't know they were an actual band. I just figured
yeah.
they were
And of course, I had to edit their song
Yes.
and put out the F words. But yeah, that's to you, Donna Beck, from me to you, the Dan Band and the Dan Band. So
Bright eyes.
there you go, guys. I'll put the Dan Band in the show notes, and you should look them up on iTunes. Purchase their music. I have no affiliate with them, but I like to throw them out there because a lot of people see them in movies like you.
Yeah.
But then they don't
I didn't know
realize,
they're a real band.
Yeah.
I'll
I was
check them
like,
out. I'll download some
I
of
saw
that.
it on Old School, dude. I'm like, I need that
Yeah.
song. So I looked it up. I'm like, they actually have albums, and it's freaking awesome.
Yeah, when you're watching the movie, you're like, oh, these guys are pretty good. And all of a sudden, they just start throwing some.
They just start throwing F-bombs,
Yeah.
which makes it just funny because that's an intense song, and it's even more intense when you throw the F-bomb in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
All right. Are we talking about anything Sons of Anarchy? No, but that's okay because this is fun. So why don't you, via the website, comment? And again, this is right directly on the website in reference to episode 9 and 10.
Is this from Leah? Is that who sent
Yes,
this one? Okay.
correct.
So,
and then sometimes we have last names, sometimes we don't. But
so Leah made a comment. It says, Jax recognizes the girl's mother, and later in the show, they show the girl walking by a lady dumpster diving. Check out the lady. She's the same woman in the picture.
see, she's with me. She thinks it's the same lady
Right.
that's in the picture. And remember at the house, Jax looks at it and he goes, "She looks familiar."
Uh-huh.
That was a very solid scene to me. And Kurt Sutter isn't just going to throw that in for a line like, "Oh, let's have Jack pick up a picture and let's just have him say she looks familiar." That has no purpose to the show. Everything that's done in that show has a purpose.
Listen.
You go ahead. go
Uncle
ahead.
Wayne was the father. You were right once before, so I gotta give you a little credit.
You
I
mean
suppose.
Cancer Wayne? That's what Gemma called
Yeah,
him.
Cancer Wayne
We
is.
got Cancer Wayne.
He's moving on.
Leah, I agree with you. thank you for your leaving a comment directly on the Law
Leah,
Abiding
you're an
Biker.
ass kisser.
I like it. I like it. And my response to her, I noticed that too, Leah. That's what I said on the podcast, but my co-hosts think I'm crazy.
It has nothing to do with your thoughts about the lady dumpster diving. We just think you're crazy.
Right. That's probably correct. Yes. All right, let's move on, dude. So that takes care of some of our emails. If you guys want to email us, lawabidingbiker.com/contact/email/voice message/voicemail. You any of those, speakpipe.com/lawabidingbiker. There's so many ways. We have a phone number now. Do you know what our phone number is, Matt?
Yes,
is it changing for you?
No, I hit a button. I don't know what I did to it, but I see it. Here is the Law Abiding Biker podcast phone number. Area code 509-731-3548.
And you always have to do it one more. Again, that is
509-731-3548.
And that's not an answered line, but you guys can leave your voicemail and we may play it directly on a Law Abiding Biker podcast episode. Oh, do we have time for news past 7 seasons? Let's just skip that. Let's go right into, there is a news article, and it's Kurt Sutter on extending Sons of Anarchy past 7 seasons. I will put a link to the article in the show notes, but I'm telling you guys, read the article. It's not happening. He's written his story. He will be done next season. After 7, he will wrap it up. So read that article. It's very definitive, and he gets interviewed. So awesome. This was cool. Do you want to go into this at all?
The Howard Stern interview?
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually listened to it live.
Is it changing now for you?
No.
There? Okay.
No,
So
dude, I don't know what's going on.
All right.
I listened to it. I'm a Howard Stern fan. He's quite the broadcaster and entertaining.
He is awesome.
Yes, I have satellite radio in all my vehicles so that I can listen to him. But he had Kurt Sutter on there. And
What was the date on that?
it was November 11th of 2013.
Yep. And now Kurt is, if you guys don't know out there, Kurt is married to Katie Seagal now, who plays Gemma.
Dude, I didn't know that. And according to
I know.
I didn't know that.
See,
And
I
according to
had heard
the interview since 2004. They
Yeah.
got married in 2004.
I know. And I just found out about a month ago.
Yeah.
Seriously. And we've been doing podcasts on it. I did not know that.
As I'm listening to the Howard Stern broadcast, I'm making show notes. Just so you can see that on my phone. These are not your show notes. These are mine. I was listening to Howard Stern.
Dude, I got to pay you
I
now.
should have known that you would already have hijacked the information, but I've got it. And I made a few little
No, I
notes
did
here.
not know they were married since 2004.
I didn't.
I just found out.
That's what it says right here. Question mark, question mark, question mark. What?
Yeah. So you educated me. I knew they were married. Mm-hmm. A month ago, I found out that they were married, but I did not know how long.
A long time.
I thought it was more recent than that.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And it's like her third or fourth marriage.
Yes, his too.
Yeah. They're not new at this gig.
No.
Here's something I thought was interesting too. I didn't know this, but Kurt, one of his first writing gigs was for The Shield.
Correct.
And that
Which
makes
is in
so
this
much
interview.
sense right now because now he's, you look at some of the, we've been talking about some of the actors and actresses that have been from The Shield that are now on the show. That makes a lot of sense.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. And
That's in that interview.
It is.
Yeah, it's
great.
one of the better. I watch so many interviews.
Howard's very good at interviewing
He is.
people. He gets a lot of information out of people.
People feel comfortable with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Someday maybe I can have Kurt Sutter in my studio.
Yeah,
Probably not going to happen.
Probably never going to ever
I'm a
happen.
nobody.
I got a couple other things I'm going to talk about real quick.
Yeah.
It won't take
Please
couple
do.
seconds.
Dude, we got plenty
He
of
wants
time.
to do a prequel. He's talking about wanting to do a prequel to Sons of Anarchy. Did you hear that part? He wants to do the first 9.
No,
Yeah.
I missed that part because I was listening to it while I was preparing this show.
Okay, yeah, he said that he wanted to. He's
prequel.
thinking, a prequel meaning a show before this one.
Oh, yes. I don't know why that didn't
Instead
make
of a
sense.
sequel, a prequel.
Ooh,
Yeah.
interesting.
So he's talking about maybe doing the first 9, doing a show about the first 9.
That would be cool, dude.
And he did confirm that season 7 will be the last season. Those are the few things.
Is that an article that you read, or is that just
I
on
was
this
taking
interview?
I was taking notes during the interview.
Gotcha.
As I'm sitting there listening to it, and those are just some of the few. I mean, there was a lot of interesting things in the interview. It was
Right.
really worth listening to. But those are some things I went, what? So I had to make a note of it.
Dude, everybody and their brother wants to interview Kurt Sutter. Every swinging, wants to do that. And I keep up on this stuff because obviously it's part of what we do. It's part of what I do, law-abiding biker podcast and media. So I try to keep up on this stuff, but I watch a lot of interviews, not so good. and Kurt puts out a lot of stuff, but everybody wants to interview him. I will say this will be in the show notes. Again, lawabidingbiker.com/SOA06. I'll have the video right there. You can watch it. It's well worth it. It's mostly Kurt, and then they bring in Kurt Sutter, and then they bring in his wife, Katie Seagal, who plays Jem, obviously, if you guys aren't familiar.
Last 10 minutes or so.
Last 10 minutes. So very interesting. And I have a little clip that I'm just going to play you, and this is right on YouTube, guys. So I didn't hijack this or anything. This is all over YouTube. I'm just right in YouTube right now. It's somebody else that has it on their channel. And of course, I'll put a link to it. But it is very interesting because Kurt Sutter at the beginning, the way I understand it from this interview, and we'll set it up a little bit because it's like a 60-minute interview. But he had actual, when he was starting the show, OMGs.
Advisors. Right,
which are Outlaw Motorcycle Gang, actual members, advisors, advising on the show. And he quickly found out that they're idiots, pretty much.
Well, and I also think he had some from different clubs, and
he did.
They agreed to get along for the sake of, the show, and then they stopped getting along.
Probably because they were getting a little money.
Yeah.
And he found out that that you can't have Outlaw Motorcycle Gang members advising on a show from different clubs, and he would see him, and he's ridden a motorcycle since he was a young man, and so yeah, he anyways, we'll just leave it at that, and you can listen to this and find out. Outlaw Motorcycle Gang members do not make for good TV. So here you go.
Can't sort of fantasize about it.
No.
And you used to bring, in the early days, you would bring different motorcycle clubs onto the set to consult you, and then they started fighting with each other because they were rival clubs, right?
No, they didn't. What ended up happening is we had some,
it would have been cool if actual people started killing each other.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
Oh, I love that. I love when people fight.
But what, it's so funny because we do it on the show, and it in terms of like the relationships and how they shift and how they change, and they really are precarious. And we had a couple clubs that came on and did extra work, and I would see them at rallies together, and I didn't think it were runs, and I didn't think it was any big deal. And all of a sudden, like a couple seasons in, I found out like, well, these guys, some guy in some charter in San Bernardino pissed off somebody, so suddenly there's a riff, and you can't have those two organizations doing extra work together.
So I guess then you just stopped having real motorcycle guys on the show.
Yeah.
It was easier that way.
Yeah, it was easier.
Yeah, FX probably said to you, hey, don't do this anymore. It's really dangerous.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, look at what you have to keep track of. You got to make sure the gangs are getting along out on the street before you can bring them on the set.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, things are going well for you two. No
Pretty
problem
good,
there.
right?
Yeah.
We're good.
We're good.
So anyways, that's a little clip, guys. And again, in the show notes, I'll have you can watch the whole interview. It's awesome. But yeah, so he found out real quick, obviously, that, you can't have the actual OMG members in there. So
weird.
Yeah, imagine that. We kind of knew that. But yeah, Howard Stern, I'm pretty sure Howard sent me an email earlier, and he's going to send Kurt Sutter my way for the next interview. We're tight like that.
Good luck.
Dude, well, how cool would that? That's not going to happen, but that would be so cool. All right, so that's a little bit about what's going on. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in the news and what's not, but we do know definitively season 7 will be it. Let's get right into episode 11, which we're going to cover episode 11 and 12, and we're going to rip right through these guys because we spent a little time on some other stuff, which is cool. A little background and stuff. And episode 11, which aired November 19th, 2013. So yeah, I'll just open it up. And this was 2 weeks ago. Just to give you guys, I'm going to pump this out tonight, and it is December 4th. And so episode 12 was just last night, which was December 3rd. And so we're just pumping this a day after, but it's been 2 weeks since this particular episode. So
they're all dead. They're all dead.
Everybody's dead. And they're dead, and let's just end the podcast, bro. So yeah.
I see the f***ing look in your eyes.
Sorry.
Bright eyes.
You gotta love that. All right. Anyways, Tara, opening scene, wakes at the house and checks for the boys. Rats in the house. Remember, they're watching her.
Rats in the house.
Rats in the house. And they're watching her to make sure that she doesn't run with the boys. Of course, we'll find out that she does end up doing that. Rat says that Jax says no daycare. and that he doesn't want them at St. Thomas anymore.
Because he doesn't want them around the redheaded gash.
Oh, yeah, the redheaded gash, which is Murphy.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Murphy, whatever her first name is.
Margaret Murphy.
Margaret Murphy, the hospital administrator. Jax and the DA meet, go over their agreement. No jail time for Tara, immunity for the club. Jax tells the DA time and location that Galen O'Shea will be with the guns. Of course, we later find out that this was a lie.
No, he was there. Time. He was there with the guns.
Well, he was. Were they,
no.
They weren't there with
right.
the guns.
Yep, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yep, because they were.
They're out breaking out Clay.
You got it exactly. They were breaking out Clay for his ultimate demise. All the boys in the so seeing all the boys, the SAM crew on their MCs ride into the Irish warehouse. Do you want to pick it up from there?
They meet up with Connor and they go over the plans and logistics of how to get Clay out of jail. Load up all the guns.
Why did they want to get Clay out of jail?
Well,
I know why.
Why? They led us to believe that they were going to break him out and send him to Ireland so he could set up gun sales and keep the gun trade going on. But
they played me hard.
Yeah, me too. When his brains blew out his head, I thought, "Whoa! They just shot Clay."
Like you say, everybody's dead.
Everybody's dead. That town cannot hide all those bodies. They must be exporting them. Must be taking down Stockton. No, Clay does not deserve that. Turn that off.
You're right. Sorry.
How dare you?
Sorry, you're right. So yeah, anyways, what's going on here? They load up different colored box trucks, right?
Yeah, a bunch of box trucks and do a little show.
Tiggy got the pink truck, dude.
He did.
He was not happy, dude. That guy's so funny. He's a great character.
Yeah, and his character's getting more entertaining.
He is, which we'll talk about in last night's episode. Tiggy's a freak. He's a freak of nature.
He's a freak on a leash.
Straight up, dude. But so he's pissed about the pink truck, and and then all of a sudden, it's go time.
It's go time.
Yep. And it's go time to go take out Clay, right?
Right. They go out there and they set up a little deal. They're all sitting alongside the road. One truck comes along and T-bones the transport van, and then they do a little box-in maneuver and box in the van.
Yep. And didn't Juice have to run over one of the sheriffs? He's been screwed up.
Yeah, not yet. That's on the way out.
Oh, that's on the way out. Sorry.
It's on the way out. No, Jax gets up there with that Smith & Wesson 500 at 50 caliber revolver, punches it through the window a couple times.
True that. And Juice is a little freaked out and says to Jax, when they're leaving, that's when the corrections officer shoots at...
He gets out and starts popping...
he hits Bobby.
Yeah, he gets out and starts popping rounds at the panel van. Bobby takes one on the shoulder and Juice runs over the corrections officer.
Yep, and Juice is a little freaked out. You can see in his eyes, dude. He takes that hard.
Juice is a mess.
Yep, and he says, "I'm sorry." That cop was going to keep shooting, and Jax replies, "I know. Just head to the airstrip."
The guy might have a mohawk and tattoos on his head,
but he's not tough.
He's just a lover inside.
He's
just a little kid inside, just a lover, just wants to be held.
Well, very true. Very true. Poor little boy. His daddy spanked him too much when he was growing up.
Or not enough.
Probably not enough. All right.
I'm guessing Dad wasn't around.
Yeah, you're right.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be in an OMG club doing bad things.
I agree. But he is the high-tech redneck of the club.
Well, that's not saying a whole lot then.
Never mind. All right. So Tara meets up with her new male attorney because she got rid of Lowen.
Well...
Right? Or Lowen got rid of her.
Jax said piss off, and so Lowen wasn't involved anymore, which is unfortunate because she's fairly attractive.
I'll take her for an attorney.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I mean, she's not. I don't know. She's kind of like Tara. It depends on the lighting, but
right, exactly. Like several of the females on that show. So, anyways, tells her basically he tells her that she needs to understand that Jax has a right to tell his side of the story in court. DA finds out about if the DA finds out about any discrepancies with the miscarriage, she will lose credibility in the criminal matter, and that's all she has to defend her right now. DA, Sheriff Eli, SWAT, and the others, of course, are setting up on Galen, right? Because Jax lied to him and said they're going to be there. This is what's awesome is they're just playing him, and then of course they get a call that the transport truck, which has already been taken down with Clay, and the DA's freaking out. And then that is the point where they realize we've been had. Straight up. Yep. That is what happened to you. So Wayne Unser and Gemma have a long talk, which is
He's still
awesome.
he's still in love.
You go with
He's
this.
still in love with Gemma, isn't he?
He's always been in love with Gemma, dude. He wants to eat the box lunch at the Y, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I wouldn't do that with Gemma because you might get things you don't. Well, you just might get something that you can't get rid of.
Gemma, not the character.
Right.
Yes.
No, not Katie Seagal. No, I'm just saying
Katie.
the character. Yeah.
When I still,
no, Katie Seagal's a class act. Man.
You know
she's
what?
a singer, and yeah,
she's done a good job because for the first few episodes I watched, I kept thinking of Love and Marriage. What the hell is that show? I keep forgetting all.
Love and Marriage.
Yeah, what was the name of it? I can't ever remember it. Anyways, but she's always sitting on the couch eating bonbons, so it took me a while to get over that. She's
Something family.
Yeah, I can't remember it.
Yeah, I can't either.
Anyways, he was talking about how she needs to lead these boys down a different path instead of the one that Jax is going down. And he says, you got to realize it ain't 1967 anymore, sweetheart. This life ain't romantic and free. There is no path to anything that makes sense. It's just dirty and sad. And we both know how it's going to get worse.
Yep, we both know it's only going to get worse. That's great. Straight quote, air quote from Wayne Unser.
Yeah, Wayne's got some little gems, man.
He does. I love his character too. He does it very well.
He's
Cancer
Wayne.
He's
kind of the voice of reason when
he is
for the club.
He is. And then Gemma replies, "Hey, if you really don't want these boys here, why are you still helping me?"
Oh.
And Wayne replies that no matter what the upset or damage, it is because he is in love with Gemma.
Yeah,
he tells her
he says,
I'm in love.
He says, I'm in love with you.
And Gemma's like,
duh. Gemma knew.
She knows.
She knows. She's been using him for a long time.
She's got Nero, though. The pimp.
She does.
She's got a pimp. All right. That's what Wayne calls him. The pimp. Where's the pimp?
Where's your pimp at?
Tara shows up at Nero's and Gemma's to pick up the boys. Gemma receives call that Bobby has been shot. Of course, he got shot, taking down Clay, got shot by one of the guards or corrections officers, and they need Tara to help because she's a doctor. Tara.
She gets drugged in a lot because of gunshots and guys getting shanked.
Well, she's got the bullet now out of Bobby, which we're going to get into.
We'll get into it.
Not good to call Tara anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the boys
First of all,
yeah, go ahead.
And why in TV shows do bullets never go through people,
bro?
And when they pull it out, they always pull it out like from an inch out of the skin.
Thank you, dude.
Oh my God.
And it's not mushroomed.
No, they're perfectly
It's a
pristine
perfect
bullet.
I'm surprised half the time they don't pull the casing out with it, like the casing goes with it, dude.
I'm like,
TV
give me a break.
Even Kurt Sutter, it's like, come on, bro. They come out mushroomed. He's streets wise enough to know they come out mushroomed.
Next time, I want you to take that round, shoot it into a big bucket of water, and mushroom that thing, and then pull it out.
Exactly, dude.
55-gallon drum of water. There you go.
Pure foolishness, dude. I love it. And they always clink it on the tray so you can hear
it. And they stick the thing in like a half inch of the guy's skin. He's like, oh, my hair's so bad. And he pulls out this pristine bullet that's
dude, it's like the
half inch on the skin.
It's like the old westerns, dude.
Yeah, what are you shooting with? Black powder pistols? I mean, give me a break.
Dude. Is it not 2013? We know better than that. Yeah, let's not do the old western.
They're not using Old Man River's original patrol pistol, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah. So Tara shows up at Nero's and Gemma's. Oh, yeah, we're past that. So boys, they meet back up at that airplane hangar with Clay. And this is where stuff goes kind of weird. And Galen O'Shea is there. Of course, Clay hugs Galen and thanks him like he's all free and he's going underground now.
Going to Ireland.
What's gonna happen, dude? This is what happened.
You button hooked.
He got button hooked.
He did get button hooked.
Yep, straight up got button hooked, dude.
You button hooked me. I didn't know you were gonna button hook me.
So Jax looks at Clay and says that they had a vote and that it needed to happen. And Nero and Gemma, they show up
unexpectedly.
Unexpectedly, I don't think they wanted Gemma and Tara there when this was going down. But Tara's treating Bobby and all that stuff. Tara, because it's a gunshot wound. Tara says she needs surgical tools to treat Bobby. Very tense moment with Jax calling Clay out and asking him how he would handle the situation, which was kind of funny. How would you handle the situation? Clay says the smart thing to do is to make it look like the Irish had a beef with him and things got out of hand. Because I think at this point Clay knows he
knows he's done.
It's a good day to die.
His goose is cooked. At least he didn't die in jail, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, dude. So he's getting it now, but he goes along with it. And Jax says, "Sounds about right." Clay realizes that he has been betrayed and used, and says, "I guess there was another vote I was not privy to, realizing his demise, of course. And Jax replies, yeah, we did. And this time it was unanimous. Because remember last time they were going to take him out?
Yeah,
Bobby held out.
Uh-huh.
And this time it was unanimous.
Well, at least, at least he didn't get the auto treatment.
Very true. Very true. Didn't get the rear end treatment.
Right.
Yes. Very true. And Clay replies, fair enough. And he knows he's dead. And they escort him to the room where already 3 dead Irish guys are. Because they had already killed the 3 Irish guys. So Chibbs loads a semi-auto pistol and hands it to Jax. Clay looks out the room window. This is weird. He looks at Jem and Jax, and she's outside and she's looking and she realizes something is not good. But they didn't shoot him in the head, dude. You notice where they shot him?
Right in the jugular.
Jugular, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird.
Well,
I mean, to hit the jugular, it is more dramatic.
It was more dramatic. But
great TV moment.
Yeah, blood splurting everywhere.
Yep.
Slower death.
Very. And you're right. That's all that had to do with is movies or TV, excuse me.
It looked cool.
It did look cool. So he bleeds out of the jugular vein, and Clay falls, and Jax finishes him off with several shots to center mass, to the chest area. So that was a little revenge. So once you hit it up from there,
Gemma grabs onto Nero and starts hugging him in response to that. Oh, my old
Let me do it.
Dead. If I was Nero, I'd be going, damn, it's not a good idea to be married to this or hooked up with this broad. And I think he even says it at some point later on.
He does.
It's not healthy to be dating you.
Yeah. Connor shows up and wonders where Galen is and walks in the office. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Finds all the
dead Irish everywhere.
And dead Clay. Gives him basically a story. Jax gives him a story about Clay and Galen having some sort of side deal.
And Connor doesn't believe it.
No.
He says, I'm giving you the truth you need to know. I'm giving you the truth that works.
That is correct. So he knows at this point Connor knows he's got to go along with it. He doesn't really have a choice. He's going to have to stick to the story, or he could be dead, and he just needs to move on from that. So when Clay turned on us, he said we had no choice. We had to kill him. And Jack says that it is still alive. Oh, yeah. Connor's
the deal's still alive, yeah.
Yeah. Connor says Clay was the only thing keeping their gun business alive. And Jack says, well, bullcrap, it's still alive, bro. You tell the Kings that August Marks is their only option now in Northern California, and that the Chinese will jump on the market if the IRA wait to find another distributor. It worked. Basically, it's work with the blacks or to lose it all.
Yep.
And
it's time to diversify.
Very, very strict racial lines in this show, which is interesting, which is kind of true about society to a certain extent still, So we see in the next episode, brown on brown, kind of deal. So, of course, this is just a show. We don't agree with any of this. This is just for entertainment. We're lawabidingbiker.com, but it is a good, entertaining show, and that's all it's good for. But Jack says that the KG-9s will need to stay with the bodies and for Connor to take the other guns and store them in the beverage warehouse. Connor asks why. Jack says, I need to deal with the local problem. I'll deal with the cost of the guns. They shake hands, seem like they're on good terms. What next, brother?
Jax tells Nero that he is glad that he was there. And he says that what went down today was just burying the past. It's a piece of a very broken past. What you and me are doing together, that's Sam Crow's future. So the escort, as I like to call them, you call them hookers or whatever.
Hookers.
Massage artists and,
whatever,
and escorts. That's the future of Sam Crow. So he was glad that his new daddy, Nero, was there.
Mm-hmm. I'd say hookers, dude. Okay. Tara and Nero and Gemma, anyways, are driving to the hospital. Oh, yeah, Tara snuck around the van to eavesdrop and heard what Jack said. Did you see that little moment?
No, I did not, actually.
Yeah, and Tara got...
If I did, I don't recall it.
And Tara get it, basically the SUV, and Tara to get in tells her thank you to Jax. Excuse me, and she grabs his hand and squeezes it, bro. You didn't see that?
Well, I'm sure I did. I just don't recall it. But what is jogging in my memory is the fact that he put down Clay, and Tara's probably happy that Clay was down after what he had done to her.
Ooh, good point.
That's my thought.
See, I was thinking she was trying to. I still think she's on the edge of whether she's going to turn him in or not. But she basically squeezed his hand like she.
They had a moment. I think they had a moment.
Yeah,
they had a moment where she's like, "I'm glad that a-hole's dead."
They had a Very, very romantic moment there. Anyways, yeah, that's about as long as it lasted. And so Tara, Nero, and Gemma are driving to the hospital to get medical supplies for Bobby.
Bobby's 1-inch injury into his shoulder.
Correct.
I could have thrown a bullet at him and done as much damage. Maybe a slingshot.
What does Tara do in the SUV, bro? She spills her guts.
She just opens it up, tells him what kind of a turd Clay really was. Tells Nero.
Yep, and that she basically tells Nero, hey, he killed Piney Winston.
Screwed up my hand.
Yep, ordered the cartel to kill her because she knew what he did to John Teller. That Jack stopped them. Gemma is crying because, but says, I hated him so much. She's sad, but she also hated Clay very much. And that's funny because Tara receives a call from the DA while she's in the SUV with them. But Gemma and Nero do not know. Tara can make it look like she is getting medical supplies for Bobby, she basically says, and also talk with the DA. Very, very sneaky. So DA and Sheriff Eli are in the room waiting and tell her about Clay's transport. I got
hoodwinked.
Yeah, dude. That's a nice word.
Hoodwinked.
Word of the day. Oh, we can't do that. We got to do clapping, dude. Yeah, I didn't mean to hit that. So, word of the day. So anyways, DA says she is willing to put an offer back on the table and drop charges against Tara for murder of Pamela Torek, which was Lee Torrek's sister,
right,
if she gives up Sam Crow. Basically, Tara's concerned about the boys, right? And DA says she'll protect them, and they'll do a RICO case and all that good stuff.
They need RICO.
They do need RICO.
If they're going to protect her.
Right.
She's got to give them more.
Because she can get WITSEC, which is witness protection, witness security. And they have to provide her, DA says, with irrefutable evidence.
Like a bullet?
Yeah, and Tara says, hey, I got a bullet out of the club member from today's shooting out of Bobby.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll match up to the officer's gun, I think she says.
Yep, to the sheriff bullet. It would have DNA on it. Would that be proof? DA says, damn Skippy. Damn Skippy. Tara says she will need at least a day or so. So Tara heads up. Sheriff Eli and Sheriff Eli and the DA are then advised by another deputy about the bodies at the warehouse.
Hey, isn't that cabin Piney's cabin they still go to?
That is correct.
And Piney's gone and Opie's gone. Did they just make the club the benefactor?
Good call, dude. I don't know. It must have been in Piney's will.
Random thought I had. Continue on.
Random thoughts by Lurch. It's like, yeah. So Tara goes to the cabin, removes the perfect bullet, of course we already talked about, from Bobby. DA shows up at the crime scene with Clay dead and the Irish. Sheriff Eli says to the DA, Teller kept his promise. Gave you Galen and the guns. She replies, no, he didn't. She's a little pissed. The deal I made didn't include a stack of dead bodies. Is that a good? That's the DA.
It sounded fairly similar to her, yes.
Tara and Jax are alone in the bedroom. Why don't you talk about this a little bit real quick?
Jax tells Tara, thank you for helping Bobby, and he knows that she didn't have to. They're kind of reconnecting a little bit here after they've had a little rub in the last few episodes.
The hand squeeze earlier and now this.
Yeah, mm-hmm. And Jax says, I understand why you did everything you did. So he's almost forgiven her, right?
Yep.
And says, I'm sorry, being with me must have took you to that place. I mean, so he's totally forgiven her at this point. Then after he leaves, she closes up the door and she takes that bullet out and looks at it. And I think she's trying to decide, is she going to use this bullet or not? She just had Clay went down, which she wanted that to happen for a long time. Her and Jax have a little bit of a moment. And now she's holding on to this bullet, the thing that could probably put the club in the dirt, and she's trying to decide what to do with that thing.
Yep. Very, very interesting scene. Wrap it up for episode 11. Tara and Jax are alone at the cabin after Carrie sorry. Did you just talk about that?
No.
Okay.
No, they're together afterwards.
Afterwards. Jax thanks Tara for helping out today, and that he knows she did.
Yeah, actually, we did just talk about that. That's a double note.
All right, double note. Double note on that, folks. That's how we roll here. We just want to make sure you get all the content. So
it's the exact same note. It just, for whatever reason, got duplicated.
It got duplicated. Alrighty. So let's move on to episode 12, and we will wrap this thing up. Hopefully this is bringing you guys up to speed and everything. Episode 12, we will roll right in with Jax meets with D.A. Patterson. Oh, yeah, dude. The D.A. figures out that Jax played her.
Oh, yeah.
And played her to catch the Irish, and that it was just a diversion so that Sam Crow could...
And they meet at some little park out under
It's like a little gazebo.
Yeah.
A little gazebo on the lake. It's a beautiful moment.
It was very nice. Very touching. I'm sure nobody else was around. Nobody saw the DA meeting with the Sons. Very secret spot.
Very. And that basically it was just a diversion so that Sam Crow could take out Clay and the prison transport. Jax tells her that he believed everything that that he delivered everything he promised, i.e. the KG-9s.
I gave you what you wanted.
IRA supplier, local gun dealer.
Didn't tell you they'd all be dead.
Air quote, I held up my end of the deal. What do you think about that?
Specifics.
I think well, the DA says she will have to finish her investigation, and then she will decide if Jax kept his end of the deal. But I know she knows he did. Yeah, just in not her way.
Yeah, he says, I've seen the news. You've got everything you needed.
Correct. And
law enforcement looks good.
Exactly.
District attorney office looks good. Everybody, the dealer of the guns is in jail. I mean, jail in the ground.
The way I look at it right now with these last couple episodes, dude, is like Jax is like the master of puppets. Do I need to play a Metallica song? I won't. No, I don't have it. No, I can't.
Go do it.
I can get it, dude. But I should have put it on here. I didn't put it on my soundboard. I could get in iTunes. But
God, hey, the Pearl Jam concert was awesome, by the way.
Dude, you don't even get me started on the Pearl Jam concert. You jerk.
They haven't played Spokane for 20 years.
I wanted to go there so bad.
They played for over 3 hours.
I was jealous.
That was awesome.
You were
we can talk about it on a regular podcast a little bit more.
I want to.
Okay.
Where was I? So Jax is like little puppet master right now. He's pulling
all strings.
He's controlling everybody.
Let's see how long it works, though.
Everybody's dead, like you say.
I think a few things might go astray. Well, it's starting to. We'll get to it at the end of this review, this episode, but it's starting to go a little awry.
Yeah, because season finale's coming up, and they're going to hang us for next season.
He's good. Yeah, well, Sutter's good at that. They hang you on every show, let alone the finale episode.
Yeah, they hang us for a whole year. Do you want to move on to the next one? Tara is taking care of Bobby.
Oh yeah, no. Patterson gives her a call, and
D.A. Patterson.
Yep, wants to get in touch with her, meet with the ATF for a RICO case, and they need to meet with her, and so they agree to meet at the hospital. So when because Tara said she had to go get some more supplies, and the hospital's kind of been their meeting place.
Yep.
So they have their little meeting, and then here comes who?
No, Gemma was already waiting in there for.
Well, Gemma was in the building, but who comes walking down the hall when D.A. Patterson's coming in?
Yep,
Gemma. And D.A. Patterson played it off pretty good. She says, we got some sheriffs that
she did.
Yeah, that were hurt and we're here. But Gemma also realized that there was no sheriffs there at that prison, at that hospital at the moment, and she's very suspicious.
Yeah, she was asking some questions.
Yeah.
Gemma was, she's no fool. She's been around the block.
And she says, D.A. Patterson says something about they have the best ocular surgeons here or something.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because, they had some, the deputies hurt. So, anyways, Gemma leaves. DA and the ATF meet with Tara in the little hospital room there.
In her office, which is really sad. It's a crappy little office.
Well, she has nothing left there because she doesn't work there anymore.
It was crappy to begin with.
It was crappy, dude. And they offer her WITSEC, so witness protection agreement in hand. Tara has the bullet and says she won't give it to him. That ATF, suck it, dude. Yeah, kiss it right here. Tara has the bullet and says, send all the info to my attorney. Once everything looks good with the agreement, then I will turn over the bullet, speaking as Tara. So she ain't ready. She's still...
You could tell she was...
She's on a teeter-totter, dude.
She was teeter-tottering.
She's still teeter-tottering. Jax meets with Connor. Connor says he told the Kings... I told the Kings the story... See, I got to get in my Irish accent. I told the Kings the story... that he had Jax, that they agreed upon.
I told the king.
I told the Kings a story. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Sorry. My Irish accent.
Sorry, John O'Keefe.
Yep, I'm going to keep working on it, and I'm eventually gonna get it. I'm gonna get a gig on the show as one of the Irish.
I could probably do it, but I need to drink some Jameson
right
to get there, and
because
then you'd have to let me sleep on the couch.
And then we probably wouldn't understand what you said. It would be Irish accent, but it would be a very slurred Irish accent.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Can't understand half the crap Jib says.
Yeah, you're right. I can't. I have to replay it over and over. I want to know if his accent is a good Irish accent or not.
Well, that's legit.
Really?
He also mumbles a little bit.
Because I hear other Irish guys and legit Irish guys.
It probably depends on what part of... Well, he is Irish. There's no doubt about it. If you watch any of the...
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
So that's his real accent?
Oh, yeah. He is Irish. If you watch some of the stuff he's acted in, I mean, he has an Irish accent.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So it is hard to understand him. I have to rewind and try to figure out what he's saying. But yeah, anyways, Connor says that the Kings, he told the story basically that Jax made up. Jax gets him to move the guns to the barn. He's just playing Connor to a certain extent. Chinese might hit them at Connor's current location, which is what Jax plays with his mind about, hey, they might hit you here, let's move the guns. Anyways, Irish guys, Connor's guys.
Connor's dudes.
Yep. They bring the guns to the barn. What happened then, Lurch? Big, huge guy?
Yeah.
And what's that big, huge Sam Crow guy? I still can't think of his name. He's the tallest, biggest son of a...
I think he's a WWE wrestler.
He's got to be, dude. He's huge.
He's got to be.
But anyways, that guy.
Him and one of the club guys.
Who's that new little Hispanic guy?
I've seen... He's an actor, obviously.
Oh, I know, but...
I've recognized him before. He came... he's one of Bobby's guys. Bobby, you know when Bobby was going around recruiting everybody?
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know if he was from the Tacoma chapter or what, but he was the big dude was too. The big guy was
correct.
Bobby recruited like 4 guys because he knew they needed more people, but he's one of the ones Bobby got. Anyways, they popped both of the O'Connor's dudes.
Yep.
More people dead.
Yep. More shooting, more violence.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
I'm never moving to Charming.
Yeah, so the Irish guys bring those guns to the bar. Big, huge guy. And Tiggy gets...
Tiggy gets sprayed with blood. He's like, not in the hair. Come on, dude.
Dude, and then he looks in the truck.
He's looking in the truck, his reflection.
And he rubs his nose up against it and freaking out about... He got some back splatter from the shooting the guys. Dude, not the hair, dude. Okay, Tiggy's a freak, dude. Straight. I don't even have a freak sound, but I'd play it, dude. He's just a freak of nature. So yeah. What do we got next, brother?
Mr. Chow shows up at the...
is that his name? Chow? I always call him Chinese.
Dude, I don't know.
Okay. Dude, I was going to say, I don't know his name, and that's not in the notes. But
Panda Express shows up.
Oh, jeez.
And they show up to meet the head of the Chinese mob or whoever he is. The
cartel, Chinese cartel.
Chinese cartel shows up to meet, and because they're looking at some guns. And but they had wanted... not yet, is it? Maybe.
Yeah, Chinese guy's mad. Remember?
Yeah.
Because he wanted to kill them for revenge. He wanted to kill the Irish guys himself.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to get old Happy back, and he won't give Happy back.
Happy is a Sam Crow member.
Yep, won't give Happy back until. Well, basically, what the Chinese guy says is, you don't understand how revenge works. I'm supposed to be the one to, enact this revenge, but Jax is killing everybody before the Chinese dude gets to.
Very well said.
So he goes, I want Galen's number 2, which is Connor, which is not good for Jax.
Yeah, puts him in a crappy situation. Yeah. Very well said. Bizlat guy, and I can't remember his name either. He's got all the chrome teeth.
I think that's just tinfoil. It looks like he had tinfoil pushed over his teeth. It was really bad.
It was bad. And he couldn't talk right either in the show.
Because he's trying to talk with tinfoil.
He was.
That's all Mike Tyson.
Yeah. So anyways, the Bizlat guy who was at the cabin when Dominique, remember all that?
He's one of the higher ranking
when Nero
guys.
had to shoot Primo.
Yeah.
He's a higher ranking Bizlat, which is Nero's gang.
He's basically running the Bizlats for Nero.
That is affirmative, and says that he needs them. They need to grow to stay alive, and he's got the fake tinfoil to make his teeth look like what is that, silver? They put silver over your teeth. That's right. But obviously it's not real silver, and
it's supposed to be a bling for his mouth.
Yeah, bling for his mouth, and everyone basically since he got hooked up with Sam Crow, basically they're trashing. He's trashing on Nero a little bit, saying, "Hey, ever since you got hooked up with Sam Crow, you haven't been around." Marcos Alvarez, who's the president of the Mayans Motorcycle Club,
right. Yep.
reached out and wants to talk with Nero and the Bizlats. Brown, air quotes, Brown helping Brown. This is where the racial lines again. Like, hey, you're hooking up with Whitey over there, Jax, with Sam Crow.
We're getting screwed.
Right, we're getting screwed. How about Brown helping Brown, Hispanics helping Hispanics? Guy, basically he says, hey, Nero, it's disrespectful not to at least meet with Marcos Alvarez with the Mayans, and that if you don't, the crew would look badly if you don't.
And I can't keep them together much longer.
That is correct. So Nero meets with Mayan Marco Alvarez. What goes down there, brother?
They got some serious ape hangers on those choppers, man.
Damn right.
Looks good.
It does look good. They got some badass bikes, dude. Simone. SA? What's up, SA?
I like those ape hangers. Although they look a little over legal height.
They are, but totally cool for the show. So what goes down with Nero and Marcos?
They're talking about how things are starting to get a little bit out of balance.
Listen, SA, things aren't right.
He says that he knows that he's heard about Jax turning the Irish guns over to August Marks.
Who's black,
air quotes, and that's giving black a lot of weight, meaning it's going to throw off the power shift on the streets.
Exactly, giving blacks all the power over the Hispanics.
And what he says is that makes a real problem for everyone. And now he's got to go sit down with the Chinese to see what his options are.
And you're referring to Marcos Alvarez.
Marcos says that. I'm going to go sit down with him.
I got to sit down.
Yeah. And then he says, hey, just a heads up, dude, we're going to start a chapter in Stockton. I got guys from all over.
And I think he said like 40. He's got 20 from one chapter and 20 from another chapter.
Big group of dudes are going to go up in Stockton, which apparently, I don't know if Charming's actually a real city or not, but apparently
Stockton is.
Stockton's real. I'm Charming.
It's kind of it's a crap hole.
Yeah, Stockton.
Sorry if you're listening from Stockton. But Stockton is very similar to where we live.
Yeah.
In the Yakima area.
Yeah, Stockton's rough.
Their cities are very, very similar.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't know if Charming's a real city, but if it was, it's near Stockton.
It's not Charming.
So they're going to set up a Mayan chapter near Stockton with a lot of power to go against the Sons if they have to. And he says, I'm just giving you a heads up, dude.
Yep. And and basically, hey,
Nero plays Sweden, says I got to be neutral here.
Yeah, he does. He tries to say, hey, why can't we stay neutral? And basically, Marcos Alvarez, the head of the Mayans, says he needs to pick a side. There is no staying neutral in the hood, bro. Don't forget where you came from. You take a side.
That's right.
You don't stay neutral in the hood.
No.
And when you're with gangs and motorcycle gangs and stuff and street gangs. So Jackson, the guys meet with Connor. Lie to him about his dead guys.
Says they're at the warehouse guarding the guns.
Correct. Thank you for remembering that. And that they found the truck 3 miles from the barn. The guys were dead and the guns were gone. Connor is pissed. And, Jack says this is why he needs August Marks for local protection. Everything Jax is doing is to push Connor into going with August Marks getting over those racial lines and to get him out of guns.
Yeah, because he's got to deal with August. I mean, in order to save Tig's life.
There you go. Yeah. See? There you go. See, I completely forgot about that. Yeah. He's got to do that to save Tig's life. Right. See, that didn't even enter my mind. Yeah, absolutely. And so
he tells him he's trying to barter for Tiggy's life. He says, "I'll get you the gun deal."
See, that's why I have you here, brother. Keep remembering things like that. So yeah, and that's why he needs August Marks. And Connor agrees, and Jax will set up a meeting between Connor and August Marks. Of course, they set up that meeting. The Chinese show up instead. Oh no. Jax turns on Connor, puts a gun to his head, and the Chinese jump out of vans. And everybody's got guns. It's a very tense situation. Best line, episode 12, season 6, Sons of Anarchy. Jax has a gun to Connor's head, and the Chinese jump out of vans with guns. Connor feels he has been betrayed and says to Jax, "You piece of beep, tell her." Jax says, "Don't worry, it ends well." And I knew right then.
Yeah.
I go,
something's going on.
He's got a plan, and Connor's not going to die.
No. And after he said that, I was not surprised when gunfire erupted from the truck when it was opened up.
No, I knew that was coming.
Yeah.
That was I did too. And
here it comes.
And Jack says, "Don't worry, it ends well." And Connor says, "The kings will crucify you, boy, and slaughter every one of you."
Not too bad.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. It's as good as it's going to get tonight. So Chinese trade Happy for Connor. They give Happy back, who's from Sam Crow.
What he say? What the Chinese guy says something funny, something like, "Hey man, Don't be so happy.
Yeah, he said, "Are you happy now?
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Are you happy?"
He goes, "Are you happy now? Yeah, are you happy? Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was funny.
Which
dude.
obviously he's not a very happy individual, so it's like calling a fat man tiny.
What'd you call the Chinese guy? Chow?
Mr. Chow.
Mr. Chow.
Well, you know why? Because
I don't know, dude.
What the hell was that movie? I'm having a brain part. They had the 3 different sequels. Mr. Chow was on there. Keep talking, it'll come to me.
I don't know. Anyways, we're getting right to an hour here. So, so they have, they go to the van. They trade Happy, obviously, and Connor. Everything's good. Chinese go to the barn to look at the guns in the truck and open the back door. Oh my gosh, slaughtered by guys with guns. And they're Marx's guys, August Marx's guys. Sam Crow guys, of course, help with the slaughter, shoot a couple people. Happy gets to finish off the main Chinese guy, Mr. Chow. Was just set up. Connor, of course, is okay and still needs to be with August Marks meets with Connor, and Marks is willing to double Connor's network, has a very large area and many buyers. Of course, Jack says that includes not just street people, it includes cops, judges, and council seats in his pocket. That's what Marks has in his pockets. He's got all those people paying him, and they show him a large duffel bag of money. Connor's pretty impressed, and that's just for the first order. It's $500,000 of money for the first order, and that is 4 times, Mark says. 4 times. A
ton of money.
Yep. 4 times the amount that Sam Crow's usual shipment. Mark says, and if it helps, my mom's maiden name is McDuffie.
Hey, he's Black Irish.
Did Mark say it like this? And my mom's maiden name is McDuffie.
If it helps me, yeah. McDuffie. I think he just said it straight on.
He did. I think he should have tried an Irish accent, though. Might have meant a little more. Leaves Connor with the cash, which is really weird. Connor's like, hey.
He's just going to leave this here with me?
Yeah, and he says, hey, partners have to trust each other. You go to the next. Connor calls the Kings, and they say,
go ahead. I was looking at something else.
Connor calls the Kings, and they say they are willing to give Marks a try. Is Sam Crow finally out of guns? That's my question. Because now it seems like everything's set. The Irish are willing to work with the blacks.
I think they're out. Everybody's smiling. They're high-fiving and having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm sorry. Now it came to me. Mr. Chow, The Hangover.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
You're right.
Leslie Chow.
Yeah. Okay. That's where it came from. They're making another one too, by the way. The Hangover.
Yeah, they were no good after the first one, but
I thought they were.
They're okay.
Right.
The first one, awesome. The rest of them okay.
So Juice is all screwed up on painkillers. Of course, he took a bunch of OxyContin. Goes to Diosa.
6.
Yeah. He's supposed to unwind. He's supposed. Bobby wants him to go get some head.
Rub and tug.
Yeah, rub and tug.
Get that poison out of your system.
Yep, roll the balls. Anyways,
mind the stepchildren.
Oh, and so he goes there. He gets all screwed up at Diosa, basically passes out. And this is weird.
The escort comes running out of the room.
Right.
Screaming.
Ah. And she's, Nero and Gemma are there. They go up. At this time, Tara is escaping from the cabin through a window. She escapes, calls Gemma, who's at Diosa, and Tara, Gemma stuck her fingers up Juice's throat to get him to puke. The drug's out. They don't want to call 911.
Well, you don't want to get anybody involved.
Of course not. And Gemma, Tara tells her, hey, gives her a ruse.
Yeah.
Good word of the day, ruse.
A red herring.
A red herring. And says, hey, we need Bobby, or Bobby's bleeding. He's been drinking too much. His blood's thin. Get your arse up here. And I need a second pair of hands. Of course, at that time, Gemma finds out, or Tara finds out. Gemma says, hey, the boys no big deal. The boys are at my house with Wayne. Yeah. And Tara goes there.
She asked, are the boys okay? Or, where they at? Or she didn't say where they at, but she basically got Gemma to say where they were.
Right. And Gemma says, they're fine. They're with Wayne.
They're with Uncle Cancer.
They're with Cancer Wayne. And so Tara knows where they are now because obviously she's going to get them. So what happens next? Tara heads over, meets with Wayne. Wendy's at the house.
Yep.
You go with that.
She pulls out a heater.
A revolver heater.
Pulls out a big old revolver, which looks like a 44 Magnum.
Her little hands, it looks huge.
It does, doesn't it? Pulls the gun on him.
Because Wayne don't want to let her go. He's like, I'll go to dinner with you.
Yeah. And then she smacks Wendy and sends her to the floor. Wendy throws out the, hey, I'm your real mom.
Oh, yeah. But Wayne asks Tara how far she thinks she's going to get, and Tara says, we will be safe. That's when Wayne's like...
Yeah, he goes, what do you mean? Did you do a deal?
Yeah, did you do a fields with the feds? Did you get protection? And Wayne's on to her now. He's like, yep, she got protection. Wayne opens the front door and lets her out with the boys. And she didn't have the gun out at that time, which is
she
weird.
Put it back in her pocket.
I know. And he lets her out anyways.
Could have cold cocked her.
He could have.
But hey.
I think Wayne's teeter-tottering on whose side he's on, too.
Yeah, he is. I told you he was moving away from Jenna.
Yep.
Gemma.
I agree. Gemma gets a call that Jax and gets a call immediately, of course. They all find out what happened. Nero advised Nero was advised by the Diosa hooker, not escort hooker, to meet Gemma and Jax.
It's a legal trade. You're just paying for her time and her companionship. Whatever happens between two consenting adults happens.
And anyways, the hooker tells Jax that they all need to meet. And it sounds urgent. So we'll wrap this up. And Tara's driving with the boys. And
which I assume she's heading to Witsec.
Exactly. She's heading to the DA's office because the DA is waiting for her.
Set that up real well.
Yep, in the office. And Abel asked Tara, the little boy asked Tara, where are we going, Mommy? Is Daddy going to be there? Oh, and she starts crying.
Boo-hoo.
Oh, it's so sad. And Tara...
Life's all about choices. I've said this before. Tara made some poor ones.
You've said it to several people.
I have.
Of course, Tara unloads the boys, and we don't know where at this point, but we find out it's a motel room. We thought it was a DA's office when she's unloading them, and they're screwing with us.
Oh, yeah. And then the knock at the door at the DA's office.
Yes.
It ends up being the cleaner. Oh, yeah. They were messing around.
Yep, the janitor, and I knew it wasn't her. I go, oh, who's it going to be? It's not going to be her, because I know Tara.
Will it be Jax?
In the end, I'm telling you, Tara ain't going to turn him in. I'm just saying she ain't going Witsec. She's not going to turn the club in. That's just my prediction. So Jax goes through his house.
She's got a better off chance of running with the kids than she does going into Witsec.
Yes, I agree. Jax goes through their house, has been tossed, ransacked, and all the boys' stuff is gone. He realizes then. Gemma tells Jax that she saw. This is when Gemma puts two and two together. Says, hey, I saw D.A. Patterson at the hospital. And that she must have made a deal, that Tara must have made a deal. It all comes together for Gemma. Jax is pissed, and he is just trashing the house, throwing lamps and crap. Jax needs some anger management classes, I'm not going to lie to you. And Nero arrives. Oh, one thing we forgot. Yeah, we talk about. Go ahead.
So when Juicy was on the Lucy, he admitted to Nero that he gave Domini a hot pop. And
what's a hot pop?
An overload of heroin, and then
that was when she was with Primo and they're up at the cabin, right? Several episodes back.
Mm-hmm. Also smothered her, but he admits that was under Jax's orders, and Jax had sworn to Nero that was not. No, it just happened. I didn't
at that time.
That. So he was mad because Nero, he's all about family.
He is,
and that was
trust and loyalty.
Yep. He's a family guy.
Isn't that what OMGs are about?
A circle of trust.
OMGs, trust, loyalty, brotherhood. That doesn't work out so well for
only him. Only when you look at the internet page. The reality is quite the opposite. They turn on each other a lot.
It don't work. As it didn't work for Kurt Sutter for the first 2 seasons. Yeah, but that's so at the time, Domini, which was Primo's girl, and she was the mother of the boy that shot the school, right? Yep. And the KG-9 came from Nero and Sam Crow, just to put it in perspective for you guys. And that's when Juice had to kill Domini because they were worried she was going to talk. They also killed Primo. Nero killed his cousin. Nero killed his cousin. And so that's what that is all about. And Nero,
always pissed at Jax.
He talks to Juice and he says, Jax put that all on you.
Yeah, he's mad at him for.
Yeah, but he still goes to this house.
Well, he's mad at.
Do you see him put his hand on his back? I thought he was going to strangle him.
Yes, he was mad at Jax, and then he felt bad for Juice, and then he shows up, and you're seeing you see his fist clench up like he's ready to just jack him.
I was like, this is going to be a fight,
but in the end, he's Jax's new daddy. So in the end, he just puts his hand on the back of his head and comforts him.
Yep.
Because he's hooked up with Gemma.
But I still think Nero's not over that.
Oh, no.
But he, at the time, was just like you said, he clenched his fist and he's like, I want to kill him, but this is not the time.
Because his 2 kids just got taken away from him. In my opinion, he's like,
okay,
he's like so pissed at Jax, but he is a sensitive gangster. So
he's a sensitive bizlat.
He's all about the family, so he can relate. He's like, man, well, I don't know if he can relate, but he has children, so he's like, man, he feels bad for Jax. Jax's kids just got ripped out from underneath him. So as mad as he is at him, he also feels bad. Plus, he's banging Jax's mom.
Right, which he called him on.
Yeah.
Plus, you're banging my mom.
Hey, at least I'm letting you bang my mom.
All right, that about does it, buddy. Anything last predictions? And like we say, guys, thank you for listening. We're over a little bit, and we're going to wrap this up real quick. Leave your comments, lawabidingbiker.com/SOA05. What you got?
What's left for next year? That's what I'm saying. They're talking about
There's still plenty of people to kill.
There's not much left.
There's still plenty of people to kill, bro.
We're working towards an all-out war between the Mayans and the Suns.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I don't know. I'm curious.
I think it's going to get hairy, dude.
How can it get much hairier?
Yeah, but there's
bodies piling up all over. The morgue cannot have enough room for these people.
And we are going to do a special episode for the season finale, and we'll at least have 3 people in the studio. That's all we can have. So that we really go at it. We'll have something special for you guys. So really look forward to that. We'll be watching it, and then hopefully do a episode right after, is what I'm thinking. And who knows? We'll figure out something. We'll figure out something real fun, real special for you guys. But thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you on the next episode. So yeah, we're gonna get out of here. Don't forget to rate us, iTunes, Stitcher Radio. Be safe out there, all you bikeaholics, Zune, all that good stuff. Dude, we're everywhere now. I can't even name them all. TuneIn Radio. There's Podkicker. I've got us on there's not a platform you won't find us on. So no matter where you want to get us, check us out. No matter what platform you use, rate us. And again, leave your comments or voicemails, lawabidingbiker.com/contact, and also go to the website and go to this episode and leave your comments. So awesome, guys. Thanks so much. We're out of here. Keep the rubber side down
and the shiny side up. And Opie's ex, give me a call.
Oh, I hope you like the song too, Harley Mom.